Hi guys, my name is Brandy and welcome to the channel. This is Sewing Back. It's not even 7 o'clock, but it's pitch black outside. We have entered the time change and I don't know. It's just kind of, actually this time of year it's a little bit easier. The spring is horrid. I love having the extra daylight in the spring, but the whole hour added, hour lost, I don't know, messes with you. So it takes me a good week or so to get used to it. And so anyway, with that, I want to get into what we're doing this evening. I made a video earlier this morning about my gluten-free green bean casserole. I did that primarily for my baby sister. It's one of her favorites, and now she has a video she can watch forever and ever and ever and not have to ask me how to make it. So it was super easy. We had a church fellowship meal afterwards, and every bit of it was gone. It was delicious. I haven't had it in probably years. It was really good. And so, matter of fact, I might serve it Thanksgiving. It was so good, and I still have enough stuff outside of the green beans that I might go buy some more and totally make that up, because it's so easy, it's quick, and when you're pulling together a whole lot of stuff, it's a nice one to have in there. Plus, I always do collard greens for my family, so they expect my collard greens, so that one might be a nice one to have as well. So with that, I am making a second Thanksgiving, I guess we'd call it a condiment maybe, that you can do ahead of time. And this is something I used to make all the time, particularly when finances were really tight and my kids had lots of teachers at our hybrid school. There was a period of time when I was a director there, and so I had lots of staff members, but I couldn't buy everyone you know, all kinds of things for the holidays. So I love to make this jam, which could also be slash sauce, and has been for many holidays a long time ago. I have not made this honestly in probably, it might be 10 years. I had to do some hunting to find my recipe. Now, this is a pectin jam. So it is a cranberry jam. I use fresh cranberries, and I'm actually doubling the recipe because I want to have this I want to have enough so I have it for Thanksgiving as well as the Christmas holidays and stuff like that. It is delicious with ham. It is delicious with turkey in place of your, your canned cranberry sauce or jelly. I am making a second Thanksgiving, I guess we'd call it a condiment maybe, that you can do ahead of time. And this is something I used to make all the time, particularly when finances were really tight and my kids had lots of teachers at our hybrid school. There was a period of time when I was a director there, and so I had lots of staff members, but I couldn't buy everyone you know, all kinds of things for the holidays. So I love to make this jam, which could also be slash sauce, and has been for many holidays a long time ago. I have not made this honestly in probably, it might be 10 years. I had to do some hunting to find my recipe. Now, this is a pectin jam. So it is a cranberry jam. I use fresh cranberries, and I'm actually doubling the recipe because I want to have this I want to have enough so I have it for Thanksgiving as well as Christmas holidays and stuff like that. It is delicious with ham. It is delicious with turkey in place of your, your canned cranberry sauce or jelly. I am considering doing a second kind of whole berry cranberry sauce that will have to be done a couple days before Thanksgiving, that has a port wine in it and cinnamon, and what I read is it's not super sweet, it's more tangy, and I may make that because I do have some family members who try to watch they have some blood sugar issues, and so that one might be a better one, and I'm still looking, so we'll see. But this one is, originally it was called Cranberry Walnut Jam. Now, I have never made it with walnuts. I'm sure it's delicious with walnuts. I am severely allergic to walnuts, therefore I'm not going to have those in my house. But I have made this for many, many, many years, just not in the last decade, with almonds. And it is so good. So, what you need is 5 cups of cranberries, okay? I actually have 3 bags. I got these at Walmart. They were like $1.50, so I paid $4.50 for the 3 bags. So that, because I'm doubling my recipe, so that's going to be the equivalent of 10 cups of the cranberries. You're going to need 2 cups of water. You're going to need half a cup of chopped almonds, or sliced. I use sliced almonds. You're going to need half a teaspoon of butter. You're going to need 4 cups of sugar, and I went and picked up some more. I have some coming in my Azure haul, but I need to get this off my checklist. So I just went ahead and picked those up, and what I get in my Azure haul will last me probably for the remainder of this year, maybe into next year. And then 1 box of Sure Gel. Now, if you don't like Sure Gel, you can use whatever Pectin you like. I have this one on hand. I have another one on hand too, but these need to be used before they go out of date, so we're using them. And then you need jelly jars, bands, and lids. These are brand new jars. I actually have some more downstairs I'll probably have to go grab and wash up, because I'm doubling my recipe. I have washed my beautiful cranberries. This is my pot I'm going to use. I have my 4 cups of distilled water, and I have my 8 cups of organic sugar. I know the one thing I forgot to get were my almonds, but I don't need them just yet right now. I just need to get my cranberries and my water going in the pan. I have my canner. It is on, using sliced almonds in mine, and you would stir that in at that point, and then we would add our pectin, okay, and then the sugar, and then the butter for the foaming, and just cooking it and then getting ready to jar it up. I have my jars. This is my little $25 water bath canner that I got from Tractor Supplies. My jars are in there getting nice and steamy, so they're hot when I put my stuff in it. And this is what the cranberries look like right now. So you can see they're bubbling up, kind of breaking apart here. That's what you're looking for. We still got a few minutes. It's nice and broken up, and I'm going to go ahead and put in my almonds, because that's our next step. Boy, my stove is getting hot. Alright, so we are going to incorporate those. Well, you can see, I think you see pretty good in there. Alright, so I'm going to open up the pectin. This is the Sure Gel. And this one calls for 2 packs because I doubled it. So if you're just doing the one, think I've got way too many jars and they're getting happy. I couldn't remember how much this stuff makes. Alright. So yeah, so you're going to incorporate this and we're going to let this boil. I got to stir it the whole time. It says, okay, so we stir in our pectin. We add some butter once we get it incorporated to kind of help with it foaming. We're going to bring this to a full, why is that such a hard word? A full rolling boil. So I'm going to put some butter in. Get that in there. I'll put my butter over here and make some cornbread for dinner. Any of y'all do that? My pawpaw, he loved for Sunday night to have his cornbread and a glass of buttermilk. And my Mimi made him one every Sunday night. It was like, I think, his favorite thing. And I love cornbread, but I didn't like buttermilk when I was a kid. I used to think it was the craziest thing that he'd put that in that buttermilk. And now I know why. It's so good. It is absolutely delicious. Been stirring it and it still boils. So our next step is to go ahead and put the sugar in, and when you put the sugar in, you don't stop. You can't walk away. So I've already got my jars over here ready to go. My water is nice and hot in the canner. These are hot, they've been steaming. I will insert a pitcher. I turned them upside down because they I just needed them to heat up. They were clean. Oh shoot, didn't mean to do that. So now let me get my sugar. And let's get all 8 cups in here. Woo, Lordy. I hope this makes more jam. Woo, uh-oh, it's a lot. Woo, boy, I made a mess. I'm good at making messes. But I'm also good at cleaning them up. Okay, so we're going to keep this going. I'm going to move it over here. Okay. Alright guys, so I've got that full rolling boil going. And I'm just going to keep going. I've got it on here for a minute. And then after that, we're going to jar this bad boy up. These bad boys. These yummy. They are delicious. I had to check and make sure it was gelling with a spoon. You use a little metal spoon and see if it gels up on it. It did. So I had to taste it. It was delicious. Tools here. I got my funnel. This stuff is hot. I'll move this as close as I can. This stuff is almost like candy. Alright, so I'm going to pour this in here. Do we have any left? I think I might be putting some of this on some cornbread. Alright. So you're looking for a 1/4 of an inch of your head space. That's the first stair step. And I'm good. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to debubble. Then I'm going to get my vinegar. Remember, you want to do this, don't skip this, especially not when you're using oily things like broth, or when you're doing sweet things, real sugary things, so that you can get that seal. I'm not using my the Superb lids this time because these were all new jars and they had new lids with them, so I'm just using those. Alright, so I got that. I got my little handy dandy tool here. I got me a band. Got me a lid. Ooh, I can't even hold those, it's so hot. Alright, fingertip tight. I'm going to go ahead and come over here. Okay, so these are I have extra, so my memory was correct. And so I went and got another jar just to put some in the fridge. But I wanted to show you what it looks like. It is beautiful. And my canner, will hold these dozen. This last one. So let me show you that. And let's come over here to the canner. And put this one in. Got to pick this one up. It's kind of falling over a little. This is hot. Okay. All right. So I gotta get my pot holders. I can lower this down. So this was a dozen jelly jars. Oh, that's perfect. That's got the perfect headspace. I don't need to add anything else. I'll show you. And I'm just going to put the lid on, and when it comes up to that full rolling boil, I will set my timer for 10 minutes. And when they get done, we'll pull them out and we'll see what they look like. Alright, so I'm taking these out. Let me turn this off. And there's one more step once you get them out of the canner. Because these have nuts in them, oh, you hear the pinging? That's a good sign. You have to invert these while they cool. So that, I think it's so that the nuts don't all go to the bottom. That they're kind of incorporated throughout the jam as it cools, I think. So you have to turn them upside down and let them rest overnight. I had forgot this part. Hey guys, it's the next day. I just wanted to show you how beautiful the jelly, the cranberry almond jam turned out. It is delicious. And all of my jars sealed just fine, so I'm just going to get them labeled and on the shelf, and this is done for Thanksgiving. I don't have to worry about that, and I don't have to buy a can. I made it myself, and it tastes 100 times better than what you get in the can.